Welcome to episode 328 of the Blathering Live. I'm Cat Napzok, and I am definitely live because the sweat is falling. And I'm not even here to complain about that today like I've been for the last few shows. I'm here to just state a painful fact about how hot it is in LA, how hot it is in my house, and how hot it is in other parts of the country. And while that is somewhat normal because it's summer, it's August, it's also abnormal in some ways. Producer Steve will be here in a second. We're going to take your sinful confessions tonight. Talk about losing two, actually now three legends, counting Peter Cullen, if you're a fan of his voice work, and I'm sure most of you are if you're hanging out with me. We just talk about, as we often do when we lose some legends like this, what it means, memories of them, and also what it means to age, because that's something I've been feeling with this week with these losses. Tim Curry, Dolly Parton, now Peter Cullen, of, it's those childhood things, but also just they've always been there, and now they're not. And what does that mean for my age? Deep, dark, existential stuff here today on a fun show. I don't even know if I have my glasses. We got all here. Boops here. Boops says, we, the queer community, are not okay. Give your local member of the Alphabet Mafia an iced coffee today. Absolutely agree with that. Let's do that for Boop. We have got a super chat from Jared already. Ethan's here. Hell of a week, huh? Yeah, it is. Humid. That's Brady's in the same city as me, and that is the key. The humidity is what is changing everything around here. I will do some apologies up top. You will hear more than anything in the past my noise gate. That is because I have a lot of fans going, and I might even turn on this fan soon. This is like one of those, you get it at the stadium and you squirt water in your face. Oh, now my glasses are covered with water. But that might come up. I'm currently got an ice pack stuffed down my shorts, and I got another one waiting. In fact, if you hit my super chat goal today, no, I don't normally like to pander, but I do have those goals up there because we like to survive. I'll sit on 2 ice packs. In fact, if you give me the super chat goal, and if it's of a certain level, I don't even know the level, I'll let you tell me where to stick the ice pack, okay? That's what I'll let you do today. Let's get producer Steve in there. We got carbon swaps in here. See, look, this is what's happening, Steve. My computer is already so hot. It's been off. I've been gone all day. I've been out of the house for almost 4 hours. I can't switch things. It's all slow and delayed because my computer's just like, we're fucking done.
Slow and delayed sounds like me every morning raising kids nowadays. No, how many super chats for a ice pack cam, Ken?
For an ice pack cam? Oh, we'd have to set one up.
Like, can we get like a picture in picture?
Yeah,
it would take me 5 minutes, but like, picture in picture. And no, we'll figure it out. You just hook in a camera and I got you. I'll do the rest.
I mean, I think technically you could hook up even the phone nowadays on StreamYard.
Oh, yeah. We can do all sorts of things.
I'm also streaming at 720. I have a 4K camera. Normally stream at 1080. I have to go 720. Otherwise, things aren't working. It's just been a week of that. And you all know my battle with tech, and I have issues with that. But my Rodecaster Pro has been off. Most of it just doesn't work anymore. It's back on right now. But if I put my finger up against it, giggity, Steve,
there you go.
I start to get like 3rd-degree burns. Like, it's so hot. It's so hot.
It's too hot. It's too hot, dude. It's bad here too. So I feel you, man.
Yeah. And I know I've been mentioning a lot, and I got an ice pack, a sweat rag. Not even wearing a hat tonight to let some of the heat out. It is concerning, and it's something I don't have the intelligence to talk about. But like, as someone who used to be like, calm down, Al Gore. They used to be me in the early 2000s. Definitely not there. I definitely know there's a bigger conversation in the sense of, I don't have the, like I said, the authority to point out climate change, but you just feeling it. You're seeing it. When I've been in Los Angeles since 1998, it is hot every summer. Obviously, I've always lived in the valley. I just came from the valley, the heart of the valley. It was 107 when I left. That's not abnormal. What is abnormal is this morning when I woke up to feed the squirrels and the kitty cat at 8:30 in the morning. 8:30 in the morning. Not only was it hot, but I could swipe the air with the humidity. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's never been the case here. Right. It's never been the case here.
Yeah, as a glasses wearer, the humidity is terrible. You can't go anywhere. You can't get in and out of the car. Is like a whole thing. Mm-hmm. Like, you go from the air conditioning in the car to the hellscape that is outside, and you instantly can't see anything for 30 seconds. Yeah. Have we named the cat yet?
I won't name the cat.
Okay, good. I was going to tell
I
you.
won't name the cat.
Name the cat. Okay, good.
The cat is close to taking food from my hands, but I'm trying not to touch it. I'm trying not to, but I'm also Franny's gone, so there's a lot of love to transfer.
Right.
And I have bought it an all-weather house, and it doesn't use it though. I put food in there, it coax it in there. It doesn't use it.
See, we need to get you into like woodwork. You said your dad was into woodworking, right? We need to get you
He
into
is into
woodworking.
He sells things.
So you can make these things instead of buying them. When all-weather squirrel houses, Ken, should be lower on the priority list than like another breakfast burrito at 7-Eleven.
Let me be clear. Let me be clear, because people super chat me, and I often struggle financially. My mom bought it for me.
Oh, okay.
Let me be clear.
Fair.
I was just telling my mom, I was like, I don't know, this cat lives in the tree, but it's going to start raining soon, and I don't know, and I'm trying to see if I can get someone to adopt the cat. She was like, I'm going to send you a house, and she did. She bought me a house. So there you go. There you go.
I mean, it seems like Addie has opinions on Al Gore, so I'd like to hear that later. But I was going to say Al Gore is one of my candidates for why we should have like living eulogies, or like if you you're going to croak kind of thing soon.
Yeah,
we should all have like a living funeral thing, so that you can get up on a pedestal or like a podium and just like let us have it for 20 minutes about all the things you were right about and we were wrong about, kind of a thing. Like, you're going to die anyway, right? Like, this is your chance to kind of have all things left to be said. I feel like Al Gore would be one of the first people I'd want to nominate for that.
Thanks, Boop, for the goat trophy. So wait, so is this kind of like Festivus on Seinfeld, where it's the airing of the grievances, but on the way out, Al Gore gets to be like, I told you so. You made fun of my lockbox, but I told you, you're all burning. And then he just gets the mother truck as he gets out of here?
Basically. I like the idea of like, well, for me, it's just more of like, I think you should receive all of that love while you're still here in some way, and like all the attention everyone gives to you after all that kind of stuff. Ozzy's final show, David Mackay is perfectly right on. Ozzy's final show is a perfect like example of that. Like, but Ozzy should have gotten on. I mean, if he was able to, but I would have loved it if he just got onto the microphone at the end of the show for the last 20 minutes and just mother effed everyone and just like anything that he had to say left.
You're combining the two things. It makes sense now. You're literally combining, and I like this. You're like, hey, everyone, let's say thank you to this person for the life they lived, and then also you're giving that person a chance to be like, you're all assholes, not to us, but to the people.
Right.
I like it.
Right. Okay. Set the record straight. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, nothing goes unsaid. And you know what? If the crowd wants to throw tomatoes at that point and say, hey, I haven't told you this part, and I'm not going to be able to tell you because you're going to die tomorrow, here's a tomato. You know what I mean? That's fine too. I think that might help the public discourse.
If you're calling in tonight, you can nominate someone out there in the celebrity world that you want them to have this opportunity. We're going to take your call tonight too for Sinful Confessions. No D&D tonight. I pushed it last minute. We're going to try to do that Monday with Jared. Jared asked earlier, and I was driving slowly. It took me 45 minutes to get home, which I live in LA, like traffic, but it was just one of those, like, this shouldn't be. It's 107 outside. There's mosquitoes in my car, and I'm slow crawling, and I've got ice packs on my crotch right now. So
I'm surprised, Ken, that isn't a larger cause of accidents, bees in cars. Like, how is that not a bigger epidemic? Like, you would think, like, that's like, I don't know why. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often than it does.
This is a great question, because spiders in cars are a real thing. In fact, I got in my passenger seat, there's a web right now, and by the way, I leave it. That spider and I are going to coexist until it. In fact, today I was getting ready to take a shower. I was in a vulnerable state, Steve. Turning the water on, and a Big Daddy Long Legs comes down and like right in front of me, and I saved it. I moved it outside.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm nice to all of God's creatures, but I coexist.
Before putting it outside, right?
What's that?
You clothed yourself before you got unvulnerable and then put it outside.
Okay. I looked like Bellini from Kids in the Hall. That's a reference.
Just be careful.
Does anyone here know what that reference is?
No. Is Laser Bowl here? I don't think so.
Did you ever watch Kids in the Hall?
No. Sorry. Look, you don't get to do that, okay, Mr. I haven't. No, you don't, Mr. I haven't seen like every other movie in existence. Like, come on, get out of here.
But it's formative.
That's fine. That's true.
That's your homework assignment.
All right, I'll add it to the list.
Kids in the Hall. So a while ago, the Blathering is what the Blathering is, and it goes to the places we needed to go. And some days, we might get totally serious. I just don't want to be dour, and I want to do something different with my career, and I also get a chance to talk serious stuff with Pat Conkey every week on culture, faith, and politics. But I have to Steve, bring up the flash flood, just a tragic situation in Nepal and China. I get nothing to add to it other than what everyone's watching. This is to me a tragedy of epic proportions and something in the climate change ballpark. And again, I watch interviews with science today. We're like, hey, we can't pin it on this particular glacier, but yeah, it is. And the fact that it happens in a region, Nepal, that contributes less to climate change than other countries, and just the videos coming out, I can't turn away, Steve. And I don't necessarily, we don't need to kind of spend a lot of time on it today. I just felt I'm broadcasting with that in the back of my head. You said you were kind of in the same spot, at least in terms of watching this stuff with abject horror.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, man, after having seen because I'm a news junkie, so I dig into everything that's like a big story. I kind of wish that I didn't see the videos. It like I was like you, just like I couldn't stop watching, and that like I was still looking for more information and trying to learn about it. But then like in my mind, I'm just like, man, I wish I haven't seen that. It's literally something out of like The Day After Tomorrow. Like it like you're seeing a mountain of water go over a literal mountain.
Yeah.
And there's just people running around and they look like ants, and you're just like, they're all gone. And so it's a horrible thing to think about.
Yes, and this does happen, you know, with a lot of things, big and small. There was a gyrocopter that crashed into a power lines or a cable line and blew up yesterday that I watched too, and I was like, oh, I just watched two people die. Like I saw this clip on Instagram, like, oh, what's this? Oh, it's two people just burst into flames. You didn't see it necessarily in terms of graphic, but I'm with you. Like the first clip, you know, you read the story, and it's one of those things I've talked about. I don't know if everyone fully understands, but follow me on it. Where like for me, this is in another part of the world. It is in another part of the world. I don't spend a ton of time thinking about. Don't spend a ton of time wondering about. And so you see a news story, glacier water flash flood, 4.4 earthquake, which was caused by okay, and you just kind of like compartmentalize things, and then the stuff started coming out, and I was like, I need to let me click on this. You know what I mean? Let me see what's going on. And I was with you. I saw that first one, which is at the China and like I think Nepal border, that the big building when you're talking about, and I didn't believe it. I thought it was AI. Yeah, which says something about AI, but I was like, no way. There's no way that 5-story building. These tiny people just got like, like that doesn't happen. What is John Cusack escaping in a plane? And then you kind of, it hits you, and you're watching people die. It's hard to escape some days.
Yeah, the closest thing I can think of, like comparatively, just from like what it immediately reminded me of was the tsunami in Japan in 2011, yes. I think it was. That was because that was the only thing comparable from like a video standpoint of like you're watching something that just is this giant force of nature. No one can do anything about it. Right. And yeah, I mean, as far as what people are going to say about it and stuff like that, and the you know relations to climate change, I'm totally with you on. You know, I'm way too ignorant and not educated enough to be able to tell you the what's, the where's, the why's, the how's. But I did read some really interesting information in researching this about the climate scientists being like, we can't, like you said, basically, like we can't definitively point to this right now. It's been 24 hours, but this is what it looks like. This is what climate disasters look like. This is what happens when we think the stuff that we were predicting in the models, when we were all taught as kids, oh, this is going to happen gradually and over time and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yes, the bad stuff happens over time, but a bad thing happening is still a thing that ends up killing hundreds of people. Right. Yeah. So it's a weird, that's part of the reason why it's so hard for people to grasp all this. And that's why I do think sometimes the onus to be like 100% right in explaining it, and that's where that's why I keep saying I'm not an expert on it, because it's like people are looking at, and I don't even think it's just simply politics, though it does often fall on the political lines. But I think just as human beings, you look for that out, and I think maybe that was where I was at 20 years ago. Where someone's telling you something and you're like, well, that seems horrible. I'm going to look for an out. My uncle's friend said some scientists don't agree, so we're good, right? You know, it's you can't hunt. And so when I saw the story today and I saw one particular scientist being like, yeah, we can't specifically say right now. And I'm like, oh, fuck that, damn it. That's an out that all my relatives are going to take.
just like they were in some of the wildfires, including the ones here and the one in Hawaii a couple of years ago. I forget the specific city. My sister actually used to live in that city. Where it's like, down cables did that. The 100-mile-per-hour winds that aren't normally there scoop that fire along at a faster rate, and it's just like, you know what I'm talking about when those outs. I just want to take away those outs whenever I can.
Right, and it's because of how fast the news cycle moves now, and because of how crazy everything is. If you don't have the whole story, if you don't have all the answers within 48 hours, the narrative has been decided. The stories have been written.
Yes.
Lines have been drawn, and in this world, you're not going to really change anybody's mind after what 3 days later. It's not, it's set in stone. There's nothing. So.
Because people won't revisit it, right? People won't revisit it.
No. Not only will they not revisit it, Ken, it's part of our culture now, and I don't want to bring everything back to politics, but it's part of our culture now that is at least grabbing on. It's just like, we don't apologize for anything anymore. We don't admit to being wrong anymore. That's been normalized. And so this is the ultimate kind of consequence of that, because this is a thing that affects literally all of us.
Yes.
I have people in my family who are very well educated, very successful in life and business and everything. And I've heard them say over dinner, climate change is a Chinese hoax.
Right.
This is a top to bottom, left to right. Like, it's bigger. The problem, if the misinformation problem is bigger than we, I think, give it credit for.
No, absolutely. And always has been, right. But in the last 10 years or so, it's just been exposed on so many levels. As Addie says, global warming is a hoax. Last winter was so cold. Explain that one. Explain that one, Mr. Scientist. Yeah.
My 4th of July plans were literally canceled this year because it was too hot. And I'm not the only one. Like, it was incredibly hot in the Mid-Atlantic on the 4th of July this year. And that used to be like the big holiday we would never miss 4th of July. And so that was the first time where I kind of like ribbed my dad, especially like, huh? Like, yeah, it's all bullshit, huh? Right? Yeah. You know what I mean? Because he's a fence sitter. He wants to always be right. He just won't stand for anything because then he can't be wrong. So that was my childhood. Sorry, didn't mean to.
No. It's good. I wanted to talk about it. I just wanted to acknowledge it. And like you said, I've changed some of the focus of the Blathering over the last year or so. I am more born to entertain than inform, but I also don't live in a silo and don't entertain like I used to, and want to talk about these things all the time and not just be making fun of Trump and Meghan and all that stuff and just kind of looking at horror at the world going on. So I raced home today. I didn't get any updated numbers or updated stuff on the situation, or also especially if there's any good donation things. Anything like that. If anyone has that in chat, let us know if there's something we can all spread the word on there. So there we go. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about people dying. It's just one of those days, Steve. Oh, you're muted.
I'm sorry. I was making sure I didn't screw something up.
You're good.
It's one of those things I've seen so many memes and things online this week of like people like taking the sickle away from the Grim Reaper and being, like beating him on the head, like you taking all the wrong people and all that kind of shit. And it's man, it's been a shit week. Like this is one of those times where it's like we need some good news, and that's why I'm glad we have this and we're here and we're gonna have fun tonight. We're not gonna just doom and gloom. But you're right, it was really important, I think, to talk and acknowledge the it's the world we're living in.
It's horrific stuff out there. And also, I put on the thumbnail Dolly Parton and Tim Curry, and I spoke on Dolly Parton on her passing on Instagram, and also in full on Culture, Faith, and Politics, and I shared some of my lessons that I've taken from Dolly with that. And for those that may have missed it, I don't need to go into it again, but it's centered around the idea of like, your actions define you, not the titles, and even sometimes titles are placed on you, but sometimes you claim those titles. And Dolly was someone who claimed the title of Christian. Dolly also had a successful and rich person put on her because of her success and because of her riches. And she was the best example of what those things could be. And I learned that firsthand in my time in Tennessee. And that's what I talked about on Instagram and on Pat's show. But beyond that, just wanted to celebrate. If anyone has any memories of her, they want to share anything about her, Tim Curry, Peter Cullen, and what that means. And also just like, this aging thing, man, Steve, it's really starting to hit me in a different way. When them celebrities died 15 years ago and I was, 35, I was like, well, long life lived. Now I'm like, I've been in LA. The difference between my age and their age is my time in LA, which was a blip.
Yeah.
Like it's a blip. And I'm like, oh, the next blip, I'm gone. And I'm having these really deep staring into the walls at night kind of thoughts.
You got a few blips to go, buddy. Don't worry.
Thank you.
But yeah, I hear you on that. It is, believe me, having kids and watching them go 3 years go by just like that as well. And it gives you an existential crisis in a similar way, especially when you think about how expensive everything is for the next 15 to 18 years. I hear that, man. I hear that. And yes, it is. I'd love to hear people's, I'd love to hear from Cal at some point eventually on a Dolly story or stuff like that. Tim Curry was a big one for me. Like that's,
talk about it.
That's, yeah. So, how much some of his movies and things like meant to me as a kid. I just grew up kind of in that age where he was everywhere. So, he was a quintessential bad guy, at least for me growing up. That's what I looked at. He was a mustache twirling bad guy.
I was gonna say, what is your favorite Tim Curry performance and why is it Command and Conquer in Space?
Okay. Honestly, it is that's in the top 3 for me because I loved Red Alert as a kid. Like he is ass all the way off in those cutscenes, man. He is just like, not only is he holding back laughter trying to do that, they're just having a blast, like in between cuts of that. Like it's like you can write this stuff, but you can't say it, right? Like it's just, it was so damn corny, but it was so funny. And he did it with such a mustache twirling kind of attitude. That was really, really fun. But no, for me, it's always going to be Cardinal Richelieu from the Three Musketeers, because that's the movie that's closest to my heart. So as far as from him,
and we did the watch along for your birthday over the spring. For me, Clue was the first time. I definitely was not raised in a Rocky Horror Picture Show house.
Didn't think so.
For no giant reason. They just the whole. My parents just probably looked at the VHS tape in the movies to go and were like, whatever. No, Rocky Horror. Horror. No. But eventually I took it in for sure. But yeah, for me, Clue and so many other things. And because Clue came at 85, and that was one my mom and dad did let me watch. They'd pre-screened it, I guess, and like, come watch this. And we I think played Clue, so it was just fun. And absolutely love that movie. Absolutely love everyone in that movie. But that was one of those early identifiers of like, oh, that's an actor and he does other things. And I started seeing him other places, and it was like, oh, that's the Clue guy. Because I was like 9 or 10, and that's one of my early memories of him. And he's, of course, involved in the Star Wars world for a short time. We voiced Emperor Palpatine. Actually more Chancellor Palpatine in the Clone Wars, and did a great job with that after Ian Abercrombie passed. And just so many memories. So if you got those two, we want to hear those memories tonight. Ethan says Muppet Treasure Island.
It's a good one. It's a good pull. Yeah. It's a good pull.
And then, James Holmes is actually quoting that. The only place not corrupted by capitalism, space.
It's so good. It's so good.
Absolutely. Yeah. Physics buddy Joe agrees with Muppets Treasure Island. Addie says saw him live on Broadway when I was in high school. Oh, we'll take Addie's thoughts on that. Steve, this is how ADHD works. You said something about bees and cars. I went into spiders, and then we ended up into climate change, and we ended up into Tim Curry. Yeah. So all through the night, if you got memories of Dolly Parton, if you got memories of Tim Curry, Peter Cullen, voice of Optimus Prime, call in, post them. I want to celebrate them tonight. 3 legends in their own fields. And with Dolly, I think, not to take anything away from the other folks, but Dolly, just what a legacy, and what a great use of just who she was. That's how you should do it. We all should be so lucky. But let me ask you this question. How many times have you had a bee in your car?
Several. And this is kind of why I'm shocked at this. Like, I'm wondering if this is a me problem, or this is just, again, one of those, like, I can't believe this doesn't happen more often. I've had bees a few times. The one that I think freaked me out the most, it wasn't even a bee, but it was a tick. I saw, like, I had a tick on me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was on my leg, so I couldn't, like, my right leg, right? So that's what you're using to drive with and everything. So it's like I couldn't, there was no way for me. So I literally, and I was on the highway, right? So I literally
Right.
found the first exit I could, pulled off at a gas station, got a pair of tweezers, and ripped that sucker off because he was in there.
So he was in there.
Oh yeah, I was scratching at him, dude. My leg was raw from me, like scratching at him on the. Yeah, it was raw.
Has anyone seen a tick in action? Meaning before it plucks in, before it does its digging. Like you've seen it crawling, getting into position?
Yeah. I have dogs, so yeah, I've seen him before.
Well,
yeah.
Okay, so because I did have one of my old dachshunds had a tick, and my mom was like, I was like 18, about 18, 19 years old, so I wasn't a kid, but mom home, dad wasn't home, and I was like, crap, I got to deal with this one myself. And no internet, this wasn't that. Maybe just beginning to sign on, maybe just beginning, but no internet. So I had to like figure out. I don't even remember how. I don't know if I called someone, but
there was no information on ticks on the internet at this point, regardless. Even if you got online, there wasn't.
So I somehow figured out that you take Vaseline and you put it around the little spot, and so then the thing starts to like can't breathe and starts backing out. So I did that, and then I plucked it out.
Yeah,
it was disgusting.
I just did the grab, twist, pull, and
but don't you risk breaking it off?
I mean, sure, but then you just dig it out. I don't know. Look, man, I had a hair splinter today. You can't even see it. My thumb is killing me today because I had a freaking like a beard hair that like pierced my thumb, and it was underneath my skin. This is the thing. I had to take like a needle and thread and like dig it out of my finger, and now my finger hurts and everything. It was a whole thing today. I was like, every time I hit my space bar on my keyboard, like working today, it's like, ow. And I was like, screw this. I have to rip this thing out.
I'm either concerned for you or impressed by the strength of your beard hair.
Yeah. Well, when they're short, they're like short and stubby, and they got some resilience.
I gave myself a bad chop job. This is I just was so frustrated at the length of my beard the other day. JMB's right. Vaseline. Great song. When you're stuck like glue, Vaseline. Anyone else? Elastica? No? Nope.
Don't ask me that.
No?
You know not to ask me that.
Bum, 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 bum. No? Bum, 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 boom, boom. No? The greatest single albums in the 90s. And then they took 4 years.
Music with me, man.
Kids in the Hall and Elastica. Steve is 0-for-2 today.
I've got homework.
All right. Well, don't die by B in the car. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that. I'm trying to think of the worst thing in a car.
Spiders, but you're apparently fine with it because as long as, for me with the spider, I'm kind of with you. If he's on my side of the car, he's crossed the DMZ, he has to die. But if he is on the other side of the car, if he's in the passenger seat and there's a corner over there and he's taking care of whatever little other bugs are in my car. I don't really want any bugs in my car, but like, okay, fine. I'll deal with them when the wife gets in the car and now she has a venomous, vicious beast in her seat. But no, if he's not in my personal space, I'm usually good. But if they get within my bubble, it's code red. You're dead. See you later. No mercy.
Okay.
You have evolution. You effed up. Like you shouldn't have got this close to me. I'm an apex predator to you. You shouldn't get this close.
Lauren Ramos says, Ken, we need to talk Ted Lasso. Well, you can call into the show by becoming a channel member or a Patreon supporter. Lauren, let's talk Ted Lasso. I agree with you, though, Steve. There's sometimes I had my bug guy here today, and I have some Black Widows in the gym in the garage that you don't see until you go in. Yeah, you go in at night, and you're like, all my Funko Pops are in plastic totes and stuff, and they're like between them. The corners of the garage I get, but now they're in places that I'm like shuffling by my slippers to get something at night.
Yeah. Regular little spiders is one thing. Black Widow spiders in your Funko Pop, dude, that's not good. Yeah, I hope your bug guy's dealing with that. We're not supposed to tip the bug guy, are we?
No. He showed up today. He showed up today, and I had to get up early. Normally, I used to schedule. This is how much folks. This is how much I love you as the Blathering audience. How dedicated I am to you now. A year ago, I would schedule these once a quarter. I would schedule them Thursday afternoons, and I'd be like, I just won't do the Blathering this week. This time I did it. I woke up early. Okay, I woke up early, and he showed up 8:59 for a 9 o'clock appointment. And I said, hey, could you spray inside the garage? I got a lot of and he's like, oh, okay, totally. And I was like, yeah, in the corners there, there's some stuff. And he's like, oh, like what, roaches? I was like, no, like Black Widows. And he's like, yeah, the spray doesn't really get them.
What?
And I'm like, okay. He's like,
What do
but
you
I'll
mean
spray.
spray doesn't get them.
Yeah, and there was literally this pot, like literally, like, okay,
So
you're the bug guy. Like,
Right. Like,
what gets them? He's just like, I'll just spray anyways. He's like, it's because their legs are too tiny, so the legs don't really go into the spray that we leave. It's more for roaches and stuff. I'm like, well, I don't have roaches, so that's working. But now I have black widows, and I don't go out of my way to get them. Ethan's saying some things, they'll leave you alone. I absolutely agree with that. Same. I have brown widows a lot too, which is different from brown recluses. Brown widows like to go. They can go higher, and same thing. But when you have little dogs, or it's accidental when it's at your feet and you're in your own garage, we can't have that.
No, it's you. Look, man, I see it as if I was a gazelle, I wouldn't. Well, we don't eat the spider, so that doesn't really make sense. But like, I'm not gonna like walk next to a hippo, right? A hippo's not trying to eat me, but I'm not gonna get in its personal space because it's gonna destroy me. Spider, you shouldn't have gotten that close to me. You shouldn't have got within stomping range. My instinct is to protect, and
James
you
Holmes.
are in that space.
Good night. Question: do we have fiddlebacks in Cali? I don't know what that is. What are fiddlebacks? I'm going to look that up here on the
Fiddlebacks
computer.
Sounds like a shittier version of Cheddars.
Sounds like a band that opened up for Nickelback or something. Oh, the Brown Recluse. Yes.
That's like that's a Nickelback cover band. That's what it is.
Yeah. Brown Recluse. Yes, we do get them. I had a friend get bitten by one, and he has till this day has like a scooped out like scar in his forehead where it got him. Like it's not giant, but it's like a little like thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to mess with
I got
this.
bit by a spider when I was a kid. It looked like I had a third nipple for like a year. It went away eventually.
Well, Steve, I didn't want to tell you, but that was your third nipple. Dr. Addy got bitten one. All right, we got some story. We got some questions to ask Dr. Addy here in a little bit. We take that call. We got a call lined up from Jared. Do you have a sin tonight? It's Thursday. Confess your sins. Steve, before I forget, because you had a nice little outline, I did not have time to write anything down today. I'm going to go to your DM message today. But can we get an update on fantasy football?
Yes. The Fantasy Football League draft is tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We have two spots available in our Fantasy Football League. We have two leagues going this year, Ken. 2 10-team leagues.
What? Okay, I haven't even gone in. Am I in it this year?
Yeah, you're in it. You're in. So we set up so that you're in the OG league from last year, and I'm in the second league, basically. So you either get to play with Ken or play with producer Steve.
You're afraid of me, huh? What app do we use for that?
Very sad. It's called Sleeper, Ken. It's called Sleeper.
Right. Is it still?
Yeah.
There it is. You know what? I zoomed past that 19 times today. I thought about it today. Yeah, I agree to the terms of service. All right, so it's the draft. Tell people how to get into it.
Yep. So we need 2 more people. All right. So the next maybe 3. So if you get into the Discord, that is where you join. So go ahead and go to Ken's Patreon, and as you get there, you get access to the Discord. There is a fantasy football thread. There's a pinned message with the information. You'll see my stuff there as well. There's a bunch of things you'll be able to DM me, and I can send you either the link, or you'll see a link that actually says like join my fantasy football league in the fantasy football thread there. So you just either scan the code or click the link, and it'll just put you right in.
Romo, you in the league? You playing, Romo?
Romo is in the league. Yeah.
Okay. So all right. So I'm in this. So I'll make sure I'm in the right league. We got the Boston Queers, the Brandesian Inference. Brady. Oh, Brady. Wow. Okay. Team Logicians.
That's JMB, I believe.
Dathomir Knight Brothers. Jared the Dark Jedi. The Superheats. Oh, I like that. That's a good name, Ethan. The Jedi 5 Order. That's Jonathan Peck. Canceled. Professor Smart Things. And is that Mandalorian? Who's Master Jedi?
Maddie
and
Mando.
Oh, that's great.
Maddie and Mandalorian Jedi are co-owning a team this year.
Love that. Ghost of Parsons Past is Jared Kozel. Stomp a Wampus, that's me. And Canadian Stampede, Adam Knight. Okay, that's a good league. It's a good league. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to draft a quarterback in the first round. Thanks for those who watched the afternoons yesterday. Josh and I, happy to come back with you all. We'll do it again very soon, and then maybe set up something regular, but it was a lot of fun to hang out with all of you, and Josh gave some good football advice. Yeah, all right, let me look at the running backs. All right.
So
I don't know.
and Ken, so we're doing 10-team leagues this year, right? Last year, if you guys followed the fantasy football drama, you probably didn't. But we had 16 teams in the league last year, which is it's a good number if you're all a bunch of really diehard, like just absolute degenerates in fantasy football. But we took last year to kind of introduce people to the sport, and we had a lot of fun. And now this year's I think gonna be a little sweatier, a little more competitive, and I'm looking forward to that. But we're gonna have 10-team leagues, so our teams in general are going to be a lot better. Like and if you go 0-9 this year, we're gonna need to.
Is it because I drafted this guy? Is it because I drafted that guy?
Malik Willis. Yeah. He's had a couple. Look, man, that first preseason game, that first drive, that first drive looked really good.
4 or 5.
So. Yeah,
4 or 5. All right, so that's great. So get in if you want to join. We have 2 spots. Get in through the Patreon page and get in that Discord and let producer Steve know in the fantasy football section there.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot. Yeah, Vulcan Nerd suggesting Mandalorian professors, Mandalorian teachers. Yeah, some with education could be, but we'll let them decide.
Don't tell the women what to do with their let them pick their name.
They're gonna come up with something great. All right, so let me check super chats and then we'll take a call here from Addy. Thank you, Jared, for this. Recipes to the legends. James Holmes for the ice packs. I got to stick this one. Carbon swap. That's Chris wants an ice pack. Cam.
Yes. See, I told you.
Shawnee says forget about it and for the win. Thank you. And then I got some jewels from Chris and some jewels and the GOAT trophy from Boop. But I like on StreamYard, they don't show the trophy. They just say GOAT trophy.
Have we determined the YouTube jewel to Trump coin ratio conversion rate yet? Like, what are jewels worth here?
I think the Trump coin is more valuable. Unfortunately,
you think so?
Yeah. All right, so we hit the goal. 5 super chats. I'm going to wear 2 ice packs now. I'm going to put on my Cryomax. Where you guys want me to put it? JMB, you tell me where to put the ice pack. Jared, the Type Pilot, you tell me where to put this ice pack. Oh, this one's hard. Giggity. This one's good. This one's really hard. I know where that one's going to go. All right. No one's going to tell me? Fine. I'm going to sit on this one, too. Oh, man. Oh, it's so hot. So hot. Oh, my gear is burning up.
But the relief, though.
I feel so good right now.
Yeah, it's probably great. So
hit me.
I've been doing some research here, Ken, just really quickly.
What do you got?
So 1,000 joules is supposedly about $10, according to my very quick research on YouTube. And so that comes to about as the price is right now, because this is a pump and dump, and so it goes up and down everywhere. But right now, that's about 3.9 Trump coins.
Okay, so Trump coins still.
It's about $2.56 a pop, $2.56 a pop for a Trump coin, but they've gone everywhere from $2 to $300. It has ranged. So
got to get on those.
I'm sure that's all very, very legitimate.
Steve, have we talked about what do you think about Kalshi now sponsoring 6 or 7 Major League Baseball teams?
Yeah, this isn't good, Ken. As a degenerate gambler, this is not good. We shouldn't be doing this. Like, guys, folks, I bet on marbles during COVID. Okay,
it's the best.
We shouldn't do this. This is a bad. Take it from me. We shouldn't be doing this. This is a bad idea. Like, the last bastion, Ken, in 2026, literally the last thing we have to hold on to that we know isn't AI and we know it isn't fake and it isn't some conspiracy is sports. Sports are still real. We can trust sports. The scoreboard is a wholly factual place, Ken. And that's in jeopardy now, man. I'm scared. I'm so scared.
Especially on the prop bet side. That's the big issue.
Hold on, I like prop bets; those are fun.
Yeah, but that is what can be changed with almost knowing
through all this. It's where all this came from.
What's his name? Emmanuel Clase of Cleveland and the other pitcher of Cleveland. That's what got them in trouble. Is people like, wait, why did he throw that ball low in the dirt on that?
Yeah,
and turns out that it was more the prop bets than the outcomes of the game. And I think that not that would make it any better. Looking at you, Pete Rose, but yeah, I don't know. It's bizarre. It's along the line of some of the arrogance of those behind AI at the top, or who are just not explaining the true value of what they might have and are ignoring all the horrific things mostly the climate change and the job loss and everything, and are just like, no, this is great. That's what Major League Baseball is doing right now with the betting thing. Everyone around them is like, other than Pat McAfee, is like going, whoa, what are you doing here? And they're just like, nah, no, they're the sponsor. Come on in. It's Kalshi. They renamed a spot at Dodger Stadium. Kalshi bought the naming rights to like a restaurant at Dodger Stadium.
So, okay, what kind of food is the Kalshi? That just comes off like salad. Maybe it's because I'm thinking kale, but like I imagine a Kalshi restaurant is just like uppity Californians vegan like fancy $38 salad bowls. That's what I imagine is at the Kalshi restaurant.
Some quinoa in there. I don't know, but I think if Kalshi buys the naming rights to a eatery in a baseball stadium that they're sponsoring, I think you should not have to pay. I think you should bet on the price.
Right. Or I should be able to go up to the cashier and be like, okay, I want a burger or fries. I'll have a Bud Light and a hot dog, and then I should be able to like flip a coin. And if I get it, and call it in the air. If it's heads, I get it for $4. If it's tails, $40.
Yes, that's
let's
what I
play ball.
think.
If we're gonna do this, let's do it right.
Yep, I think so. I think we should have Watto and Qui-Gon betting on everything. Right in there.
Right.
440 joules from Brady. Unk alert. Nice.
Whoa. Okay. He called us old.
That means I thought that was a good thing. I thought unk was a good thing.
No. Well, well, two middle-aged white dudes on the internet getting called unks? No. That's condescending. There are other situations where it's better, but no, we're just getting called old in that scenario.
But then what? Yeah. So is it of different meanings, Brady?
Yeah. We're not at the barbecue, Ken. Let me put it that way.
I've been invited to the cookout many times. I got invited on.
Look,
I got in Castly Talk. Castly Talk. Got invited the other day.
I'm just saying. Like
the other day.
Good for you. That's awesome.
Alden and I both got the invite. Alden's probably got more invites than me.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Brady. Let's take a call. Let's see. Where am I? Press the buttons here. Dr. Addie's calling in. There's a lot of things she can maybe talk about today and add some insight and clarity too. But also, she once got bit by a spider in Arkansas, right, Addie?
I know. I was thinking as you all were talking about Kalshi, I should have made myself a list of things I needed to talk about based on the first 42 minutes of the show.
Well, there you go.
So
there you go. Yeah,
I didn't. So we're gonna go based on my terrible memory.
We'll help you.
So first and foremost, to touch on the opening downer of the show.
We know how to start them.
I have been wrong. So I could from an expert point of view talk about climate change.
Right.
I'm not going to. I will happily do that in any forum you all like with charts and graphs and an easel. But easel. What I will say is that this week
Ken and I acted out. That's what we'll do.
My obsession of the week has been the musical Hadestown, which I have been fortunate enough to see live on 3 different occasions. But as of this Tuesday, the professionally shot version of the stage musical with the original cast is available on digital for rent and purchase. So I have watched that musical twice a day for the last 3 days. And I bring this up. It's a beautiful story. If you like musicals or you like Greek mythology, I highly encourage you to check it out. It's the story of Orpheus and Eurydice and Hades and Persephone. But it's set to this really great jazz score. It's very well done. But
I like it.
I'm glad you explained it, because in my head I was just thinking James Woods with blue hair running around on a stage. So
no, the guy who plays Hades is a guy named Patrick Page. In the show, That's a fake name, Addie. His name is not Patrick Page. I hate to break it to you.
Patrick.
He hits a G1, which is one of the lowest notes that you can play on a piano. This guy has the most amazing, rich bass voice you have ever heard. anyway, there's a line in this musical that I have clung to since I first heard it in 2019, but this week feels incredibly prescient, which is they are raising a glass to the world we dream about and to the one we live in now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just there's something about that line. I can't even really explain why it affects me the way it does, but that is a line that I have been clinging to for many, many years, but this week especially.
Yeah. And you know, to me, you could look at that many different ways. There's a positive spin on that, but then there's probably what you're connecting with this week, which is the reality versus the dreams that are built on a lack of reality from a lot of folks, I think.
But I also choose to cling to, I think, some of that positive energy of like, you know, this is for the world we dream about, but also like, let's make the one we live in now better so that it resembles the one that we dream about.
I like that. That's a great way to look at that.
And two people who did that very, very well, segue, were Dolly Parton and Tim Curry.
Oh, I thought she was going to say Ken. Damn.
No, Steve, I didn't have any hope of that. I didn't have any hope of that at all.
A little bit. No, a little bit.
I don't think Cal is here tonight. But
I know.
As an Appalachian transplant, I did live there for 7 years. I can tell you that community in particular is grieving this week because Dolly Parton was one of them. Dolly Parton represented a lot of things that J.D. Vance wishes he does coming from that region. And meant a lot to the people of that region and did a lot of good things for the people of that region. I am choosing this week to remember Dolly Parton for one of the things that she wasn't, which is the fact that Dolly Parton was never a mother. Dolly Parton never had children of her own.
Right.
But I think a lot of people would claim her as her mother, and I think as their mother, and I think that is an incredible legacy for her to have left, and an incredible reminder for everyone that motherhood doesn't necessarily mean giving birth to a biological child. Motherhood can come in a lot of different forms for a lot of different women, and it does not necessarily define you as a woman whether or not that is a role that you ever took on.
Oh, 100% agreed. Well said there, Addie. That's absolutely. And I don't know the entire story. She could not have children or did not have children.
I think she could not.
Could not, right. Which again, doesn't matter.
From what
she could have the choice not to, she could do not. But yes, that was probably a driving force in what you're talking about and taking that energy and putting it out to the world.
Yeah, from what I've read online, she had a quote from that she tried. She was worried throughout her teenage years that she would be one, and then when the time came when she wanted to be one, it turned out she couldn't be.
And that could be hard. That's hard. I know some family members struggle through that when it's something that you want and you can't. That has its own thing. But no, Addie, I really like that perspective. I know it's close to your heart, but like, yeah, that is true about anyone, but true about her and how that was what led with her. She truly was a mother to all.
Yeah.
Now,
Tim Curry.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you one quick Dolly question. Do you have a favorite Dolly pop culture moment, song, movie, performance?
Well, I honored Dolly last night by watching Steel Magnolias, which is one of my favorite performances.
That you know what? That's a great choice, and it wasn't in the last day or two. I have not seen that discussed as much.
Yeah, Truvy in Steel Magnolias is one of my favorite. She always makes me laugh. I think it's incredibly ironic that like one of her lines from that movie is that there's no such thing as natural beauty, and I feel like that is Dolly Parton to a T.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I have loved that movie since I was probably too young to be watching that movie and fully understand what was going on in it. But it was one of those seminal cable staples of the 90s. So I watched that yesterday to honor Dolly Parton. It is one of my all-time favorites.
Love it. But Tim Curry?
So Tim Curry, I had the honor and privilege of seeing Tim Curry live on Broadway when I was in high school.
Yes.
I was lucky enough. I saw the original cast of Monty Python's Spamalot, and he played King Arthur, King of the Britons, in Monty Python's Spamalot, alongside other legends such as David Hyde Pierce and Alan Tudyk. I met Alan Tudyk before Alan Tudyk was a person.
Right. Right.
So that was fantastic. But of course, I am also to honor Tim Curry yesterday. I watched Clue. Ken, Clue is again a seminal cable classic of the 90s.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is how I was first exposed to Clue. But that movie is something else. His energy in the last like 20 minutes or so of the movie, where he's reenacting the entire movie, explaining to them how it was done, in all three different endings. I saw they've turned Clue into a play that is currently touring the country. I saw it last January. It is a pale imitation of that film, because no one can match the energy of all of the players, but in particular, Tim Curry.
I would be very hard, and especially that cast, up and down, top to bottom. That cast is spectacular. So but Curry, but as big as that cast is, this is an all-time classic film, I know, but as big as that cast is, it's still Tim Curry's movie to me.
Oh, it absolutely is. Almost in the same way that Home Alone 2 is a Tim Curry movie.
I thought you were going to say it was a Trump movie, and it's like, whoa. Yeah, but no, absolutely.
Like, he absolutely steals the scenes that he is in. He chews the scenery in the best possible way. And it will never be topped. It just won't be. No, I didn't see Rocky Horror until much later. Not for me, but I understand why it matters to a lot of other people.
Right.
I still have not seen The Three Musketeers, Steve. I'm sorry. But
I think the watch along video is still up on Patreon. We have some technical issues during it, but it's a good way to see it. Yeah. Through Steve's eyes.
Oh, but
I love that movie. So good.
Yeah, so that's my Tim. Curry story.
No, I think Addie both well said on both of those wonderful folks, and it is a huge loss in a lot of communities, and a huge loss for just pop culture in general. So I appreciate you sharing that. Absolutely appreciate you sharing that.
You're welcome. Also, to finish it out, I did once get bitten by a brown recluse spider in the state of Arkansas.
And you live to tell the tale, so and I know they're not. People aren't dropping dead with them. I get it. May I ask where and what's the result?
I got bitten on the front of my shin.
Oh.
And the results were, I was on like a research internship. So I was like, I was living in a dormitory of a college and doing like science research, and I didn't really know what had happened because I hadn't really like gone to the woods or anything. Right. But one day I woke up and my shin was just like red and hot and swollen, and I had this weird like welt on it. And I sat in the common room watching TV for like 2 days with an ice pack strapped to my leg.
Not knowing you were slowly dying. That's
really
the scary thing.
I vaguely remember it was around the All-Star break, because I think I watched the All-Star game, and that was one of the first times that I was ever accused of being a bandwagon Tampa Bay Rays fan.
I mean, those don't exist. That's not real. That's not a real.
Even when the team gets to the World Series, it does not exist. Does not exist.
It was shocking to me, Steve, to be accused of it, because I was like, wait a minute, I'm sorry, are we that good? But it was 2010, so it was like the season after they had made their World Series run for the first time or two. But yeah, I remember this guy walking in, asking me who my team was, and when I told him, he accused me of being a bandwagon fan. And then I proved the way he accepted that I wasn't was that I knew the year the team was founded.
Was this Jared? Was this a Red Sox fan?
I have no idea. I was in I was in Northwest Arkansas.
Could have been a Red Sox fan. Probably an Atlanta fan. Well, I'm glad you survived it, and I'm glad you're still a Tampa Bay fan because they're having a great year. Though my guy Freddie Peralta did finally win last night, but gets traded for the Mets to the Rays. He's on my fantasy team. Me and my co-owner were like, "Oh, finally!" He has sucked until last night. Sucked for Tampa Bay until last night. Anyways.
Oh, Ken. I've done nothing but listen to the commentators defend that last year he was really good, and I was like, did we trade for last year's statistics? Because
I got a spoiler for that.
We're in this year.
Yeah, he wasn't that good last year. I had him on the team. We had him on the team last year. That's why we drafted him back. Not as good either. Not as good. He's a good pitcher. Hopefully he'll pitch for you guys good in the postseason, unless it's against the Yankees. Addie, thank you for calling in as always. I really do appreciate the stories.
You are welcome, boys, and I look forward to fantasy football draft tomorrow night. And Mando and I don't need name suggestions, JMB. We have one in our pocket.
Ooh.
We're just waiting for the draft to be over, and then we are going to change our name.
I love this.
I like
intrigue.
You got to change it right before the draft so that you're like that's the team name making the picks. You know what I mean? You got premiered at the draft. Come on.
Okay.
Do some fireworks.
Are we doing a draft stream, Steve?
We will. Yes, I'm planning to stream both drafts tomorrow simultaneously.
Wow.
It's going to be an absolute shit show. It's going to be fun.
And don't forget, Steve and I debut in the Blathering Sports Desk football show Saturday night. I think 5 Pacific is the time we settled on. About half hour football chat from me, Steve, and a live audience there. So there you go. All right, Eddie. We'll see you in the draft room.
See you, boys.
I got to set up my team for the draft. I totally forgot. I want to play.
You don't have to do it. There's nothing to set up, man. Like the great thing about this app is it all just carries over the next year, and you just boom, you're there.
What my rankings or my team?
Oh, your rankings are going to be different. But hey, look, listen. You're drafting a 10-team league versus a 16-team last year. All of our teams are going to be stacked.
But I like specific players. I want to feel connected to the team.
This is why you're going to go 1-14.
Yeah, because I don't want I want Jackson Dart on my team.
Malik Willis will be there in the 12th round, Ken. I promise. It's going to be okay.
You guys, Dolphins are going to win 7 games.
The thing is, folks, can we just make an agreement right now? Can we can we not draft quarterbacks until like the 4th round? Can we just wait for the love of God? Because then it's an avalanche, and it's just like everyone goes and it's a run on quarterback. It's like the entire thing just goes crazy.
You look on my fantasy team. Corey and I toss out closers for the first 6 rounds because it's an option draft. We toss out closers and we make you pay for a closer early so we can get the guys we want later. Yeah, I'm going to draft a quarterback 2nd round.
Yeah. Oh, it's fine. If you take Malik Willis in the 2nd round, no one's going to complain.
I'm not going to draft him.
I'm just worried that again, because it's always the first one. Everyone sees someone drafts the first quarterback, and everyone kind of looks at each other like, "Is this it? Are we going to do this now? Are we going to is the great quarterback run going to happen now?" And then it does, and then
I might draft a kicker in the 3rd round. You don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Well, I'm
not. I might draft Sebastian.
Well, we're not in the same league. You're in one league and I'm in the other league, and I'm trying to set something up so at the very, very end of the season we can kind of like have a conference v conference kind of thing. So we'll see how that goes.
I just Ethan's with you. I'm just like, but that's part of the fun of drafts is going, watch this.
Yeah, right.
Watch this. Yeah. Just like I thought I did last year when I drafted a defense, the Eagles, in the 5th round.
Yeah, someone always likes to drop a grenade in the toilet.
And that person is Jared, the TIE pilot, on the show tonight, calling in from
that's
the greater Massachusetts area. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, God. It's only because I love you. I'll let you pick on me.
It's only because I only pick on you because I love you. So
yep.
I'm like Billy the Kid.
But at the same time, I did drop a troll bomb at last year's draft when I took the Steelers defense away from other Jared.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
1 pick before him too. That was brutal to watch.
But that was, he was kind of new to fantasy football, and you needed to teach him to not draft with his heart. Don't make mistakes.
I was also brand new, so it was.
What's on your mind? What's your questions? Anything on Curry, Parton?
Oh, Lord.
What do you got?
Death in general.
You know,
in general, sin. You got a sin to confess.
death in general.
Look, man, it's been a rough week.
I feel you.
Made me think about death. It just absolutely made me think about death all week long.
And Dolly is a saint because Dolly is one of those great people. When you say eat the rich, she don't mean Dolly, because Dolly could have been a billionaire. She chose not to be. So you know, she makes kids read. It's great.
Yeah, no, I've met kids in Southwest Virginia who her parents were like, my kid knows how to read because of the Imagination Library. Like, we were able to get free books. Yeah,
that's great.
It's crazy.
No, it's a life well led. Like, I'm sad. Like, you're sad, right? But like, that is a full life, and you know, and kind of a way to do it. So, you mourn, but especially the family and friends and those that knew her, of course, mourning. But there's also some celebration in this too for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, Curry, I was lucky enough to meet and do an interview with him when I was doing that for different conventions and whatnot. And it was, I think, a year after the stroke. So it was just, you know, watching the man in the wheelchair for the first time. It's just like, that was a tough 5 minutes to get through.
Not fair. Yeah, not fair. Not fair. Life ain't fair. Yeah. That's great though. But to be around it, that's amazing.
Yeah, no, but I was definitely when I heard about Curry, the first thing that came to mind was Rocky Horror, because that is just I'm jam? Oh God, I have probably done around 500 midnight showings of that.
Really?
You know, been in shadow casts, seen it beyond.
What do you dress up as? Frankenfurter? What do you do?
I've done Frankenfurter and I've done Eddie.
Do you have pictures of this?
Oh God, no! This was before the picture days. They're
on his MySpace.
Yeah, they're on your MySpace. Go log into your MySpace. They're there.
Right. They're on somebody's flip phone. That's for fuck sure.
Yeah, it's 64p. But let's get them on. Let's hear 'em.
I don't doubt I could still whip out the 6-inch heels and knock it out.
That's stretched on.
Yeah.
Is it after 10 o'clock on the East Coast?
Look, Jared, I got to have something else to put up other than that. That guy needed to go in the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That's the youth pastor that introduces you to weed for the first time. He's like, here, kid.
You know, it's from God's earth.
Right, exactly. It's natural.
And it was at a wedding too. That's the best part.
Yeah, absolutely. But I know what you mean. You're of an age too, Jared, where you're just on the cusp of it. I know, but there's a lot of things where there's ain't no pictures. It's just our memories and just our brain pictures.
I so prefer it that way. I don't need to be reminded of some of the stupidity that I used to do.
Yeah, I like it when there's. I was telling Taft some stories last night of dressing up as Pee-wee for Halloween 2 years in a row, or doing. I was Garth and my friend did. He was Wayne, and we did a Wayne's World thing at the school, and I had pictures. It's nice to have the reference, but there was some of it. You're right.
I'm sure my mom still got some good Halloween pictures, because when I was a kid, she was always really good with the needle and thread. So she would make my costumes a lot of the time. One year she did a full Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing. Like, it looked store-bought, you know, had the whole head covering and whatnot. It was great.
What's the most controversial Halloween costume you've had on? Looking back, you go, oopsie.
Oh, don't ask me that question.
No, I'm trying to think, because,
right,
you know, there was, because
Steve,
because, you know,
answer?
It was one of those.
Not going there.
I was gonna say, I'm sure I could think of others, but I was
trying to take me off the internet, Ken. Really, we're doing this?
Let's, Jared. What do you think he dressed up as?
Oh Jesus!
What do you think he dressed up? I think he dressed up as Kid from Kid and Play.
What the fuck?
That's what I think he dressed up.
Where did that come from?
That's what I think he dressed up, because I'm thinking of what would be popular, like your generation.
What year were you in high school, Steve?
That's
We're
what I
not good.
think.
We're not getting into details. This is let's just call it the early 2000s. I don't need any details.
2000s.
I'm trying to keep my mid 2000s. Look, man. I have a job. I have a family I have to take care of.
yeah.
I don't need anyone.
But you don't have to confirm. Just
No.
Jared and I can
know.
guess. Okay.
The 2000s. Oh God,
Kid-
you were some awful Fast and the Furious thing, probably.
No.
He was Han.
No.
He dressed up as Han,
No.
right? That's the character's name.
No.
Is
Yeah.
that the character's name from 4?
It's from Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
That guy?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no. I didn't like. I was a Too Fast, Too Furious kid.
Okay.
So it would have been Tyrese, but that wasn't it. So
Yeah.
don't worry.
We're in the ballpark. We're in the ballpark.
Can we
You
stop
did
now?
some accidental blackface. That's what I'm.
Can we
That's what I know.
stop now?
That's what
Are
I
we
know.
done yet?
That's what, no, we're not. But all right, Jared.
Look, this was pre-Sunny. This was pre the first season of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So
I
I'm
still
okay.
think. By the way,
I'm okay.
I'm sorry.
Just for the record.
I still think those episodes should be aired. I still
But
think
I'm
those
just
episodes. should be aired.
that is the Mendoza line on culturally like wokeness for
Yes.
some of that, right?
Yes,
like it was,
I agree.
Just saying, I'm done defending this now because I'm not trying to defend blackface. That is not what I'm doing. That is not what I'm doing.
Steve, did you dress up as Danny Glover? No, I didn't. What are you talking about?
Not Danny Glover.
Stupid
Um,
kid.
Yeah.
No,
No, he,
Stupid
no, he
Blathering.
went full Apollo Creed.
That's what I mean. But Jared, seriously, what did you do?
Huh? No, I usually did like a lot of special effects makeup on myself. That was my
Mhm.
thing.
can
I
see
never
that. Like
I never did like a store-bought thing here unless it was a Star
pin
Wars
face or
specific.
pinhead, whatever.
Okay.
All the little needles.
You
sticking
got
out
your
of head or
helmets and
something.
stuff, but yeah, what's like?
Yeah.
You dressed up as Padme, right?
I would. I just don't
Let's
think
Slayer Leia.
I'm not saying it's wrong.
I
saying-
would. You buy me the costume, Steve. I will send the pictures in for the Blathering.
Well, okay. All right.
Oh wow. Okay.
That sounded.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do a Kickstarter. Kickstarters are very popular these days. I've seen
But-
on the internet that they're
What are we
very
doing?
popular.
Kickstarter. Let's just go straight to OnlyFans. What are we doing? That's where the money is. Like, why are we
Hey,
beating
I
around the bush?
I know.
But
I know.
two quick things at the end here. One, there was a small with the passing of Dolly. Just a little thing that makes me smile is I always wish there was in my headcanon a fun movie with Dolly and Cassandra Patterson, Elvira,
Elvira.
and whatnot, where they play long lost sisters and have to find each other. Because I feel that
Mhm.
just would have been quite the antics right there.
Sure. Yeah. I know what you're thinking, and Jared, and that's a good
Not
pitch. That's a good pitch. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also,
Okay, that's a
I-
sin for the week. Yeah. Okay.
that's fine. I'll take. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that one. That's
Okay.
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 And also, I do love how the Red Sox are going to win the World Series via the power of friendship. This is amazing. I love
How?
this.
What? Why?
They can't lose, Ken. It's not. It's just no. The power of friendship will beat all. Do you not see
what's
these
the
boys?
standings? Steve, what's the standings right now?
I'm on it.
American League East standings.
I'm on it.
Well, I mean,
They're
All
they're
I
in
know is
third.
as a Miami Heat fan, I was sold on the power of friendship last year, and let me tell you, it does not end well.
but what do you mean by that, Jared?
They're third in the AL East right now. They're
Third.
13
They're-
games above.
Yeah,
they're
they were
13 games
last
above
in the
500.
league.
Let me look at the AL wild card. Hold on.
Mhm.
With 3 wild card teams now, right? Game's gone.
Yeah, there's like 3. That's confusing.
Game's gone. All right.
It's confusing.
Wild card. They're in the second wild card spot. The Yankees are first. Guardians third.
Really? Okay.
It's fucking hot, dude.
Okay,
Believe me,
it's
I'm in the
hot.
same.
It's hot.
I'm in the same
All
spot.
right, Jared. Any final thoughts, comments, questions?
No, that'll do. Hopefully, we can get some D&D in Monday. If not,
Yep.
we'll let you all folks know again. I look forward to the draft tomorrow. Let the shit talking begin. The Jared Bulls will continue. I'm glad that all 3 of us are in the same league still.
I'm not.
No,
me-
you two are. You two
Oh,
are.
yeah.
No. Me and the other 2 Jareds.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna be fun.
All the returners are in that 110 team league, and me and a few of my I guess we'll call them disciples have started a new church, a new league, the other Blathering
Franchise
Fantasy
location.
Football
Okay.
League.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
our patron saint is
Sister church.
Shannon Doherty from Charmed. She's our logo for our
Season 2 of Charmed.
yes,
Season
that's
2.
literally the logo of the league. Yeah.
Love it. Jared, thank you, buddy.
Have a good one, guys. Stay safe.
All right. Thanks to everyone who watched the afternoons yesterday. Like I said, check it out. Josh and I are back with an asterisk. We're not going to do it weekly. Maybe one day, eventually bi-weekly. But this Saturday night, 5 p.m. Pacific, We're going to do the first ever Blathering Sports Desk football episode. It's only football, talking about the season upcoming, fantasy. We'll talk about the draft. I'm sure it'll be about half hour, 40 minutes of fun. We want you here live. I'm not sure if we open up the phone lines for this one, but I'm sure we will later in the season. And look for that depending on Steve and I's schedule, every Friday or Saturday during the NFL season this year. And no, we're not covering college sports. I'm sure it will come up. I'm sure the amateurs who get more money than the pros will come up, but not there. Monday next week at a show. Next Thursday, I'm out. I'll be traveling to Dragon Con in Atlanta, GA. So if you are out there in that area or you're attending the con, look for me. I'll announce where I am. I'm on a couple panels hosted, put together by our buddy Ken Plume, and doing some fun stuff out there and hanging out, mostly just hotel lobby bar drinking with Alex and Molly Damon. And my friend Maddie Rue. So it's going to be fun out there. So there you go. Thank you, Jedi Gothic, for watching on Twitch and here. Steve, any final thoughts from you as we wind up? And I'm just going to go jump in a cold bucket of water.
Yeah, go add those. Yeah, just go do one of those cold baths. Put some ice in there. No, thank you for everyone for hanging out. If you are interested in fantasy football, please go to the Discord. A few spots are still available. We'll get you squeezed in there. The draft is tomorrow at 8 p.m. on the Blathering Gaming channel. We will have both drafts simulcast live. Call in, talk your shit. We're going to have fun. Yeah, I also might be streaming some Zero Company late night tonight, tomorrow, Saturday. We'll see. So check out Blathering Gaming if you want to watch some of that.
That's fun. I hear good things about the game. That's it for now. Put an ice pack where the sun don't shine. Everybody stay cool. We'll see you next time. Bye.